Ready to put some chords to work? Welcome to Guitar Chords Info Stream, Phase 5, Resolving 7th Chords, Part 5. In this video, I'm actually going to show you a short chord progression, and I'll start by demonstrating, and without saying anything, but just demonstrating. Let me start that again, so I kind of flubbed. So what I did there was chords that you already know, and those are A major 7th, A 7th, and D, then A and E 7th, and A. So you may say that we resolved 2 7th chords in this video. The only difference is we took our time getting to the A 7th to D. We went A major 7th, and then A 7th, and resolve it to D, then back to A where we started, then E 7th, and we resolve it to A. And I've written the chords in the description on the video in case that helps you to learn them. But that's a pretty nice chord progression for you to spend some time with. And when you get to where you can remember the changes and make them, A major 7, A 7th, and D, then A, then an E 7th to A cadence at the end. That's essentially what it is an A 7th to A cadence. It just has a little different feel and inflection than the way we've done the E 7th to A cadence before. But when you get to where you can make the changes and do them relatively smoothly, an optional thing you could do with this is strum. And if you strum, it would be good to strum each chord for one measure in 4/4 times, or for 4 beats each, as I'll demonstrate. Now I'll try to do it again, but with some upstrokes this time. And one thing you may have noticed is one time when I strummed this chord progression, one time when I went back to the A to end, I just held the note and didn't strum for 4 measures. But then the second time I did it, I actually strummed it for 4 measures. So either way is fine. But there's a little something that hopefully you can have some fun with. And this is the end of part 5. And when you think you've spent some time with this chord progression, then feel free to progress to part 6, or phase 6 rather. And I might want to add that I don't want you to think that you have to get everything down perfectly that I taught you in this video, because I realize that these chord changes, they're a little bit longer than anything that you've had so far, and in that regard they could be more challenging. You don't have to wait until you have them down perfect, but it may be something that you want to throw into your routine, like you're hopefully doing with G7th or G6 to G7th and C major 7th to C, as well as the Lydian F exercise with F major 7th and the Lydian F, and trying to catch both strings with one finger, like you learned back in phase 4. So, when you think you're ready, I'll see you in part 6. Meanwhile, please like, comment, and subscribe.